Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Welcome. Talk about a Money Monday, because I don't know if I've ever seen anything like this, to be honest, Bryce. I don't know. Or maybe at most once in my life before. This is pretty crazy here.
Yeah, for those of you guys who don't know what we're talking about, Octo, O-C-T-O, one of the absolute craziest moves that I've seen in pre-market. Like, don't get me wrong, we've seen big percent gains pre-market, and I mean probably even 1,000% gains, but not sustained moves. Normally it's like one candle, low volume, someone blew up, and then it comes right back down. This, how many shares is this traded today?
100 million.
100 million shares. It was up, what, 12, 13, 1,400% at its peak? Incredible.
Yeah, incredible. I agree. I think it's going to be a very difficult one to trade. Tactical trading says it could go 30 plus, SBIT, BMNR written all over it. The fact is, this is definitely a sketchier company than the two. The thing it has going for it, two things, is BMNR gave them money, right? So, obviously now we've got ties to BMNR, which, in case you guys aren't aware, BMNR is kind of like the main Ethereum treasury company. You know, like MSTR is to Bitcoin, BMNR is to Ethereum. And earlier this year, what was it, 2 months ago or so? BMNR went from 3 to 160. Crazy. Now, part of the reason it did that was it was like one of the very firsts. It had Tom Lee. There's a lot of really good connections. I think Peter Thiel was even in this one. Point is, that was kind of a perfect storm. And Octo definitely kind of setting up similar. It's up 1,000%. So I'm just going to say I'm not buying this thing today at this point, period. If you were early, you got in on that news when it came out roughly around 6:45 a.m. Monster trade, up 1,000%. What the other thing going for, I said there's two things, is the halt levels on this stock are going to be very tight. I don't know specifically. We're going to have to see come post open, but it's up 1,000%. It wouldn't shock me if the halt levels are like 50 cents a share, right? So if that's the case, it's going to be halt. It's just going to be a halt fest all day. And that type of trading is very, very difficult because it's just halting. There's really, you can't really do much when it's halting that much. So Octo, be careful. This is going to be a crazy one regardless. We're going to watch it. I do not think I'm going to trade it. Yeah, that's what I got to say about Octo.
Yep.
I like to, I saw someone, I think, posted on social media this morning. Today you have a choice of, trading for longevity or trading just for fun or revenge trading. That feels like Octo. That's what they were referring to. Longevity tells you to stay away from this thing because it's gonna be a gnarly one. And I have no idea. It's kind of a crap company, but they've got some good news. It's obviously up 1,000%. It's going to be pretty bananas regardless. So, wow. Fasal here, gnarly trade. In at 415, out at 16, he says.
Wow.
That's a good one.
Amazing.
Early, too. I know Sykes traded this, as Ruth says. Yeah, some good trades if you were early. Good. It could keep going, but in my humble opinion, take it my 2 cents for what it's worth. I think you're playing with fire if you're trading it long or short. Probably if it goes crazy, it'll be a good short at some point today. But yeah,
you have to think about the risk to reward of not even what you expect to make. Okay, I'm risking $1. Do you actually think you'll be able to get out at $1 a share loss? If it halts down, it opens up $5 a share down, or the opposite way. If you're shorting, it opens up No, it's just the risk is huge, and the reward kind of already happened. It's already gone up 1,400%. To be completely honest, if you miss the move, you miss the move. That's my take on it. Not saying it can't go higher. Not saying it can't go to 30. I'm just saying that the easy move already happened. It didn't have to halt for any of it. It already had the good news. It already trapped a bunch of people. But again, obviously you all do as you please. This is just me and Matt are giving our input after not seeing moves quite like this, but seeing moves very similar to this over the years.
Yeah. Here's the good news. When you get a crazy runner like this, it usually is going to be a crazy week. Okay, usually. So if you miss this trade, don't sweat it. Don't beat yourself up. I think this coming week, today and the rest of the week, we're going to have multiple opportunities because it lit the entire market on fire. And I expect to see some craziness for sure.
100%.
I'm going to talk about open. Open, as I said, I'm going to talk about every single day. I do think this still is my top watch. We trade this one Friday morning. Obviously, you guys saw live loss. This is Friday. Live loss, big pop up, downtrend, and then the red green was literally $6 a share. So caught red green perfectly, bounced all the way back to highs. When we look at this daily chart, like this is that type of daily chart where it's trying to go crazy. It has not yet. So my thought process is, all right, if today's the day, and I don't know if it is, but I'm going to give it a shot. If today's the day, we should pretty much start running within that first 10, 15 minutes, and this could go 8, 9, 10. It's got to have the volume. The hype's there. There's no question. And what's tough about this chart is it doesn't really need a sideways day again. So like if it goes sideways, like that to me isn't really a good sign. It's at the point in the chart where it's do or die. It's got to go. And so because of that, I do think open is going to be my top watch again here today. I would love to buy dips, but in the same breath, this definitely could just take off and never look back. So probably going to stab, depending how it opens, a little starter at the open and then play off of that and see how we go from there. But open, definitely a great potential setup. Tuohey, you want to talk about XAir?
Yeah, XAir. Listen, XAir, this chart, it just feels like it's got some potential to it. And I say that because you can kind of check these levels here. Where, first of all, it's really just held VWAP all morning, which it's not quite up there, but it's around the $3 area. It had a lot of areas where it should have trapped, or it should have trapped longs, and it instead chose to trap shorts, right? Where we just kind of had that fake pre-market high breakout there a couple of minutes before Matt's cursor. Broke down and now is consolidating near highs again. Recently, I believe, did a reverse split, so I think it's a lower float stock. Let me double check that. Yeah, 4 million float. It looks incredibly strong. I really want to keep an eye on this thing through that 340 level. Just the way it's trading here, it's holding VWAP all morning, and the only time it broke under VWAP, it was a fake breakdown, fake kind of double bottom, and then right to new highs. So to me, that just screams strength. So I like that a lot. Hour, HOUR, is kind of our next watch here. This is gapping up quite well. Previous day's high a day was 540. It looks like we're going to try to open up over that level, which is a pretty impressive gap up given how weak it closed. I don't love day two stocks quite as much, but I will say it's got a nice little trend. It's making a nice little consolidation. This 560 area, I would expect to be pretty key, or 550, I mean, apologies. I'm going to keep an eye on consolidation around that 550 area. These could go crazy. It's got a lot of resistance up at 7. But if the risk is pretty low on this, if we can get a really tight risk level out of the open here, I would not be shocked to see this thing try to break $6. So I'm going to be keeping a close eye on it, but I think my top watch out of the gates for day one gappers is probably XAir and then open for our kind of multi-day watch here.
Yeah, another day two stock is GNPX. Not my cup of tea. It's under $1, but obviously a good move Friday afternoon. We've now gapped up above that 25-cent area, which was Friday's high. And yeah, decent volume starting to come in again. So another one that could definitely have a good day two move. We'll keep an eye on it. I wanted to go back to Hour because I just want to put my thoughts that it is somewhat of a larger company. Don't get me wrong. It's not huge, but it's like 200 million market cap, right? So because of that, it just moves a little slower. The float is still relatively small. But similar to like when we trade open, like open's not going to just swipe up 50, 100%. It's going to be a grinder. An Hour, wouldn't be surprised to see similar action compared to XAir, which is, your typical penny stock, small cap, low float style thing that could see a pretty big move pretty quickly.
Matt, read the Wick Tickler's comment.
My turn. Sorry I'm late. I'm standing in the shower covered in glitter holding a raw chicken, pretending to be co-hosting the live stream and lost track of time. Pixar didn't happen.
Yeah, stop.
That's funny. Duo is another one. This one, I'm not trying to be negative on every stock here. It's a hard trader because look at this action on Friday, right? First of all, spike, gave back all of it, then ran to new highs. Then we got this like random midday slam, came back. It's always been a tough trader. I believe it's a China stock, but again, great daily chart. Looks like it's trying to break out. Good things overall. It's just, I think you got to go in with the expectation of it might be a little challenging. There's this $4 area, which definitely was support this morning. So if that continues to hold support, would not be shocked to see that one run as well. For me, though, I think it opens the focus. Yeah. And I saw Red Huffy here says, don't you expect to see some profit taking if we go to, it's already at 7, but 8, 9, 10? Yeah, probably. The thing is, how many more shorts are there that are going to blow up? Shorts hate this stock. And also, you got to keep into perspective who.
Octo.
Yeah, Octo's at highs. It's crazy.
That's insane.
Regarding open, you got to keep in mind who is long this. Wall Street bets, they never sell. That's just like their thing. They're stupid. So keep that in mind with open. Octo, just bananas. Yeah, it's going to be – this thing's just going to be a halt fest all day. It's going to be crazy to watch, but, again, I don't really know if we can get much of a trade on it.
It'll be really interesting to see the halt bands when we open up here. I would not be shocked to just try to see this thing try to instantly halt up.
Wick Tickler says, I got $1 a share in Octo this morning, thought I was being smart. Look, I was awake when this happened. I'm not going to lie. And I was like looking at it right here and I was like, I don't know. This is kind of sketchy. Let's just see what happens. And then for the next 2 hours, I watched it go up 1,000% and never bought a share. So yeah, you and me both,
Insane.
brother.
What do we got? 5 seconds till the market opens. All right, let's see what the halt bands are like on this thing. Actually pretty wide.
Are open.
Halt bands are very wide on this one.
Are they?
Yeah.
My internet's lagging a little bit, I think, with some of the craziness going on today.
Mine is too.
So Octo just straight up. I can't even see the halt bands on my chart yet. But Octo's halting up.
Yeah. 22.36. Oh, my word.
Let's see what we got. Duo low dip. That's fine. If it recovers 4, could be interesting. Hour, we talked about 550. XAir is the one popping. So is open. I did stab it at small size at 7. As I said, if today's the day it's going to go, it's just going to go. And we can't know that until we're in the moment. So
XAir
I have enough size where I'm risking a red green down here, and I want to see it give me some kind of better structure to actually get big size for the potential trend.
GNPX breaking over pre-market highs as well.
Octo. Whew.
That is
going to be something. It's going to be a legendary one, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, that is insane.
For sure. Let me get some VWAP on here. Oops, wrong one. There we go. Yeah. VWAP is basically like 705, 704. So I would love to see it consolidate, go sideways. Let me add more. But like I said, kind of prepared. If it doesn't, it doesn't. I think it's going to be an all-day trade. I've said that, I know, the last 3 days. But if it works, it's going to give us multiple trade opportunities.
Hour, nice push. Fortunately, did not really set up all that easily like I was hoping for, so I did not get any position on that.
Duo back over 4, which is good. You like to see that.
Yep. Wow, hour at 6. There it goes. Ooh, hour's about to halt up too. Whoa.
Hours halting up. Oh boy.
Oh boy, indeed.
Open doing the same morning chop it's done every day. That's why I'm small size. I kind of expected this, and I want it to just wait and pick a direction, so that way we can trend it up. So we got hour and octo halted. Open chopping.
So XR, this is where I'm keeping a really close eye on, right? Because we just had a fake low of daybreak. View app has been a really key level all morning. We're basically trying to do the same thing it's kind of done all morning here. Want to see if it kind of keeps following that pattern, or well, if it just dies.
GMPX, swipey. I hate stocks on your dollar, but good trade. And Duo going for pre-market highs. Open trying to pick a direction. We've seen this before, though.
Open, that is so annoying.
Yeah, dude. I just moved my line, but it did that little pre-market push that day. I think it's done this every day. And it just hasn't been able to hold the trend for very long. So let's see it again. I think on a blow-off day, which is what I'm looking for open, that's the day where it just doesn't downtick. It just goes. It just trends. And if open's going to do it, we really should just keep trending up all day.
Mm-hmm.
Every time I look at XR, I think of that Jordan Sparks song. Can't breathe no air.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I know.
I don't know if I can play it. I'll probably get us banned on YouTube. Jordan Sparks, air.
Dude, XR is swipey. Tell him that. Tell him, Monaco. Octo should be just a couple of seconds from opening, about 10 seconds.
All right. Before we get a strike here.
Oh, open down after that up halt.
Octo. You're hanging out with me too much, Bryce.
What did I say? XR?
You said open.
Jeez. Gosh, call me Matt Monaco and halt it down.
Octo, yeah. Kind of exactly what I said. You're just going to be a pain in the butt. Open, all right. Big slam there, post that push.
It couldn't break pre-market highs. Open, not Octo. Octo did break pre-market highs. Open did not.
Yeah, choppy mess per usual.
I will say, though, it's, again, like I overall, net bullish on open for sure. Net bullish on open. Just it's got to figure itself out a little bit, set up a cleaner trend. I think you're going to have a lot of shorts who are like, this is up too much. It's up too much. It's too big of a company. It's this. It's Wall Street bets. I feel like that's a lot of what this morning is just shorts attacking that gap up, attacking that pretty clear resistance level, 727. But, and I know this sounds like counterintuitive, right? I talk about this a lot with Matt. I really like on the long side, and you could actually see something very similar on XAir earlier, or Octo. I don't even remember. There have been too many things. My head is exploding with opportunity. I like the fact that it couldn't break pre-market highs as long as it doesn't break down. Because if it had broken pre-market highs, then you have all the longs who are trying to buy that and are like, oh, it's breaking, and then it just slams. You didn't really get those breakout buyers quite yet. So this to me is a pretty good setup if it can hold lows.
Alex really likes air. Song makes me want to get in touch with my feelings. No air. No air. We're going to get banned on YouTube because I played it, but it's okay. It was worth it.
And it was so much fun doing these live streams with you guys, but Matt decided to play Jordan Sparks, so we had to end them.
X Air.
Golly gee.
It liked Jordan Sparks too.
Dude, I think so.
There you go, open. So holding VWAP. Again, it's just in a choppy mess right now. Hour's about to unhalt.
Ooh, dude, does Hour just want to follow the Octo train? What in the world is that?
It's halting down.
That's crazy.
Halts are not fun today.
No, normally halts are a lot of fun.
Is OPAD actually running?
Stop.
No, it's trying to do what it's done every single day so far, and it has never held up.
You know, what was I about to say? There's going to be one stock today. I can almost guarantee it. That does the fake halt down, and it's probably going to be like X-Air, right? And that just squeezes everybody and their mothers out.
Not their mothers.
Well, yeah, I know. Listen, I don't make the rules.
Your mom is so fat, she couldn't even hold down.
Yeah, I think you might be right. It was funny for no reason.
X Air. Wow. Seems like that's the chosen one. Fannie Mae. Gosh darn it. They didn't want to make this breakout easy. Clean as a whistle.
Which one?
Fannie Mae, man. Daily chart's clean as a whistle, but then the intraday was a pain in the butt, and it's going straight up today. We've talked about it quite a few times. Open, another little dip and rip. Chop, chop, chop.
Ooh. Yeah.
Is Freddie Mac a sympathy play? I am no expert, but aren't Freddie Mac and Fannie Mae the same thing?
I think they're like basically the same. I'm also certainly no expert in this, so don't ask me.
Here we go, open. I've not added. I literally bought it at the open, as I said. And I'm waiting for the chop to figure itself out. I would love to be able to risk these areas because then I can get tighter risk and more shares, but hasn't proven itself yet. So alas, I'm risking red green, which is way down there. Alex says there's similarity between Octo and Hour. I think the only similarity is just, a lot of people are trading them.
The market condition is like the similarity.
All right, Octo, round 2. Johnson XR at $3. Nice.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
I mean, that's a great move. Personally, I'd probably be locking some in, but I always sell too early.
So you're saying they shouldn't lock any in?
I'm saying trust yourself.
I like that. That's good advice. I feel like Octo could very easily try to break highs.
Where's the halt up level on this right now?
20.6.
Oh, yeah. It is really wide. That's very strange. I was not expecting that.
Oh, I don't know. I stand corrected.
Madness, man.
Wow.
That's $7 a share. That's crazy volatility.
Yeah, that is incredible.
Hour, what do we got? Another minute?
Yep, another minute on Hour. X Air wants higher.
I've not looked at SkyQ yet. What's this one doing?
Oh, interesting.
Interessante.
Interessante.
All right. Honestly, open at this point. If we get under these, like, I'll probably give it to 685, like this low. I think I'd probably just bail on my starter because it's clearly trying to hold up. And if it dies that hard, I will just try again. Open doesn't like to run apparently until like 11 a.m. every day. I don't know why. So
no, I know it literally is the same thing day in and day out.
Same thing. Deja vu. All right, here comes the hour on halt. The double halt on hour.
Ooh. Say it ain't so.
And Xair had a pretty good pull there.
Octo held that low a day. I'll tell you this. I would have expected this to have been, if it was going to die, be like dying by now. Yep. And as I say that, it halts up.
Tuohey, trade your tips.
I guess so, man.
Tuohey tip trader. Tuohey trading tips. Triple T.
TTT.
I
think that's going to try for higher.
That's going to bring some pain.
That's going to bring a lot of pain.
All right, open.
Xair. Ooh, look at that fake breakdown, Xair.
And Duo is pushing highs too.
Wow, we got some movement today.
Ike, you're still in Octo from 8?
No way.
You got some diamond hands.
That is nuts. Like, good work. That's just nuts.
Nice open. We've got a series of higher lows. 1, 2, 3. Now let's see if we can break highs.
Let us see.
I know there are definitely shorts. I see them in some chat rooms that are short and open. So bring some pain.
Yeah, get those guys out of here.
Bring some pain. Here we go. Testing the previous high.
Yep.
My average is like roughly 702.
Hey, my average is also 702. Nice.
Xair.
Boom. Beautiful.
It's been a minute since we talked about one of these fake breakdowns. But
I know. That was nice. That was I mean, honestly, in a way, Octo kind of did it too. It's just it halted up before the breakout.
Come on, open. Yeah, our double halt. Still got about 2 minutes. Octo's got 2 minutes as well.
Assuming that one's not a double halt.
Come on, open. Yee. Here we go. Now, let's keep this trend going. You're fighting for your life. Open is a trender. So I'm just looking for it to really actually trend and just constantly move my risk up and let the trend work for me. Good start, but again, I've seen this before. I did it on this day. That was Friday. kind of did it on Thursday. See, this is what I'm talking about. This is what I want to see here. All right. More like this. I don't know what day this is. The second. What's that? Last Tuesday? Yeah. Where we just trended up for a good hour. That's what I prefer to see here open.
Got like 30 seconds left on our XAir. Probably worth keeping an eye on right around this area here. Or X, I don't, dude, I'm saying too many different tickers. How do you do this every day?
Yeah, open pulling back too. It's fine. I'm not sweating it unless we break VWAP basically at this point. Under VWAP to me, that would be like a pretty good high day failure and not what I want to see.
Yep.
All right, hour finally undone.
Hour opened. Trying to hold this $5 area, pretty key pre-market support. Which again, if it's going to try to follow the market sentiment right now, Octo's halted up and looks like it wants to open higher. It is struggling. It's not really bouncing off 5 as heavily as I would have expected, though.
Octo is indicating over highs.
It's indicating 25 right now. 24. Sorry.
Yikes.
Yikes. And it trapped short. Oh, hour.
Oh, double halt. Hour just disgusting. No.
Yeah, that's brutal.
Straight
down. Octo fake halt down. GNPX pretty disgusting too. What I was gonna say
is XAir? Was it XAir fake halt down? You said Octo.
I meant hour.
Hour. Dude needs another coffee here.
I haven't had a single coffee this morning, and it's showing. Octo halted under high of day, which is where I was going to say can really get shorts trapped because they're the ones who are risking high of day, who in at $20 or whatever, they're screwed. Now they take pretty massive slippage, and that's when things get spicy.
Open. 4 minutes straight down. Not what I like.
Classic open.
Dude, what a choppy turd. Just go up.
Classic.
XAir, another slam and another catch.
Yeah, another little fake breakdown there. They broke that uptrend that we have, and it's just straight recovering.
Yeah, Danny says English is hard, Bryce.
Danny, I know. I failed 3rd grade English twice.
Nice. At this point, since we broke over highs, yeah, my risk on open is going to be, honestly, I don't know, 6, like under these lows, like 698 or so. Because to me, if we get all the way down there, like clearly just failed high day. And it'll be basically a super tiny loss. And sometimes that's life. How much longer are we on Octo? 2 minutes? All right, I'll be right back.
We got a few minutes on Octo. XAir, that's if we can't hold 410 here, I wouldn't love that from a long perspective. That last low before it tried to break down under that trend area, it really should be holding 410. Normally, so by the way, just a kind of a little bit of a rule of thumb, when we see a fake breakdown like we see on XAir, it should try to recover pretty quick. if it wants to actually prove that it's a fake breakdown. A real breakdown kind of does what a real breakdown sounds like. It just breaks down right at that key level. A fake breakdown breaks the key level and quickly reclaims. Oh boy, Octo indicating 25.50. Wow.
Dangerous.
Danger, danger, danger.
I'm in danger.
27.28.
Yeah, Ruth has a question for you, Bryce. Bryce, what helped you stop chasing spikers? And I agree with Dale's answer, but you tell me pain.
Yeah, I mean,
It's not fun, but pain.
Yeah, no, I mean it's literally just you do it enough times, and the big thing that helped me is like I need to like record the mistakes that I make, because the problem is I would keep doing it until I like actually had to see it in front of me. It's like you want to think you don't do it that often. You want to think that, oh, normally I don't do that. And then you look at your stats and you're like, oh my gosh, I do this every day, or I do this 3 times a week. And so just like looking at them in front of you, looking at your losses in front of you, and seeing the common factor in all of these is that I chased. You just got to see it. Yeah. So it is pain, but you won't see, like feel that pain until you look at those charts for hours on end and are like, I do this all the time. So that's my answer there.
Let's see. What's it indicating, Bryce? I'm not even looking at it because I know I'm not going to trade it.
27. Should be open in 22 seconds or 2 seconds.
Triple halt. Damn.
Whoa.
The triple halt is pretty gnarly.
The triple halt is super gnarly. Wow. You can really dance. Man, we have so much action today.
Definitely keeping us busy, except for open, which is being a choppy turd.
Yeah, I'm glad this one can't be as easy as its counterparts that are running today.
Is OPED running?
Oh, I don't know.
Or are you just saying every other
I was
stock?
saying everything else is running today.
Open. Don't love it.
XAir, very weird candle there. Honestly, it reminds me a lot of the hour candle from Friday, I think it was.
Damn, that's a crazy candle.
Whoa. And then open is just,
I know. Slowly losing faith in open, but I'm gonna at least give it to my risk level. Like I said, that's low a day. It's fine. Yeah. Test and VWAP, it's not the worst thing in the world, but obviously my thought and plan was this should just run. And it's not. So Marcel's a magician, makes all stocks do the opposite of what I want. Marcel, the advice there is then do the opposite of what you're thinking.
Well said.
Yeah, no, but seriously, if what you're doing is clearly not working, consider the opposite, or trade small, figure it out, go slow. You don't gotta be a huge hero. Gene says shorts are all over open. I know, I see them everywhere. Everyone and their mom's trying to short open, and as Bryce said, squeeze their mom or something.
Nope, that was not what I said.
I recall you said something like that.
No, I recall you said your mom is so fat that she can't even break down, and I said something like that. Oh man.
Open. You're in this selling death spiral here for 10 minutes.
And for no reason, too.
can't believe Octo's halted 15 minutes. Pain. Hopefully, some of you got our warning. Maybe some of you degenerates are long right now. Congratulations.
Yeah, listen, if you're long right now, congrats. It's scary, but like congrats. Honestly, because it probably is going to open at like 26 or 27. And it's just, again, like the risk on that's just so tough. But
yeah. But it's looking like it might work in your favor.
100%.
XAir. Choppy too, honestly. After that first run, just been chopping around, pain in the butt.
Yeah, they haven't made this one easy.
Open. You disgusting stock.
That sucks.
Here's the thing. I know I'm going to buy it back in 3 hours, and it's going to work.
Yep, I know.
Yep, looks pretty gross. XAir is not as gross, though. High day.
I mean, still gross in its own way.
Gross. What we got here? 10 seconds. Give me some fireworks.
What, for Octo?
Yeah. 25. Wow.
Insane. 28.
Wow. Literally impossible to trade, but impressive regardless.
Oh, yeah. Incredibly impressive.
Dang.
Hour's about to halt up.
What is this stock?
Dude, I don't know. I honestly have no idea what this stock is. XAir. Oh, nope. That just was a weird print on my computer.
I'm getting ready to sell my open, I think.
Yeah. Dang, right back down to break even.
Yeah, I just bailed it. Again, this could be the bottom. It could come back. I'll just try again. Annoying. It just can't trend. Chops around. I don't want to be part of that. Octo
20. That is crazy.
Overall, open managed the trade well. It just didn't work. I lost like a penny a share, which is whatever. Gave it a chance, though.
Dude, Octo is incredible.
31. Oh, my Lord.
It's about to halt up.
Oh, my Lord. That is insane. It's up 2,000%. Bryce, I don't know if I've ever seen a stock actually up 2,000%.
Whoa. Dude, that is nuts.
Wow. Crazy.
Yeah, and it was something like this too. Like good luck trying to find the top for a short. Good luck.
Yeah, XAir pretty big slam there too after a failed high day break. Well, Tuohey, let's you got a second? Let's talk about some Tradefunder, which is obviously the reason we're here to capitalize on these trades. We use Tradefunder. We've got Tradefunder. Let's talk about it.
100%. Yeah, ladies and gents, if you're just tuning in now, the reason that we go live here every morning is largely thanks to Tradefunder. They partnered with Stocks to Trade, which is the YouTube or Twitter/X or Facebook channel that you're on right now watching this. So the reason we go live with Tradefunder is because Tradefunder is actually one of the greatest opportunities for traders who are here right now. Most of you guys, actually, I'll talk a little bit about them so you can decide whether or not you think it's a really great fit for you. Tradefunder, it's a fully funded trading account, meaning you're going to get access to a $25,000 funded account through Tradefunder. More importantly, you're going to be getting access to that account at a huge discount. Normally, if you go to their website, which it's still a great deal, it's $1,400 plus a $99 platform fee. However, because they're partnered with Stocks to Trade, we're able to get you access to a $800 plus a $99 platform fee for that same $25,000 account. And so really, you know, as Matt and I always say, one of the biggest reasons that I think this is such a great opportunity, especially for two groups of traders. Number one, a trader who you feel like you're doing well, but you know, quite honestly, you just don't have enough capital to be able to make big gains. I went through that myself, where you know you've got like $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, and you're like, well, why can't I grow my account over PDT or whatever? Because you don't have a big enough account to make big enough trades. You're trying to go for home runs, or I guess kind of in that same boat, right? You have such a small account that you feel forced to go for home runs, and it like kind of ruins the way that you trade. These are traders that I think really largely can benefit from Tradefunder, as well as traders who need enough trades to get that experience. I can tell you this, I don't think I would have been unprofitable for nearly as long if I was able to just take more trades, get more data. Because the truth is, you really don't get to see how you do as a trader with 3 trades a week. It's pretty tough. With Tradefunder, by the way, some of you are like, well, yeah, but won't I just lose the whole account? First of all, you can't. We're going to talk about the risk management rules they have in place. Number two, just because you have access to a $25,000 account doesn't mean you need to go bet the farm on every trade. As a matter of fact, I know a lot of traders are using Tradefunder, trading small on purpose to get that experience, get the reps in. I just think it's a win-win-win for everybody who's been able to get access to this. You're going to learn a bit. For those of you guys who do use Tradefunder, they've got a great payout structure. So since they're giving you access to $25,000, there is a profit split. It's 80-20, which is one of the best in the industry. Most prop firms are sub 70%. Prop firm, by the way, that's basically what this is. Tradefunder is partnered with T3, one of the biggest prop firms in the country. So really great there. By the way, we dropped that link in the chat. If you're on Facebook or YouTube, you have seen that link right there on in your chat box. Go ahead and click on that. That's how you're going to actually get access to that discounted link. Instead of paying $1,400 for that funded trading account, you're paying $800. So click that link. By the way, they're going to be able to answer just about every single question that you've got. If you've got anything, you can either email their support, or Matt, if you scroll down here quick on your screen there. Yeah, right here, they've got higher rules. Oh my gosh. Whoa.
Halt it up. I know.
Whoa. Oh, fake halt.
It's pretty gnarly. Look, here's the deal with Tradefunder. It's a very simple, low-risk way to just get started trading. You can get started. You don't have to put up thousands of dollars to open an account. You can get started with Tradefunder, just $800. You can go trade like a real trader. You don't have to go through the pattern day trader loopholes. And because they're funding you, they even give you a little bit extra of a down draw to help make sure that you can get your feet underneath you and, you know, learn as you go. As Rich Boy Dan says, yeah, hit the ground running, and then you'll be able to learn as you go. The best way to learn the game is just be in the game, to play the game. And that's a great opportunity to jump in and capitalize on all of those trades. Tradefunder, this is what is considered a starter account, right? So great place to get started. You have, again, low risk. Your upside on that starter account is $15,000. And the question we get asked every single day is, okay, well, this is the most amount of money I can make, you know, $15,000. And the answer is no. With your starter account, yes. But once you hit your $15,000, they're going to reach out to you and they're going to see, hey, is this something that we can work together to get you bigger accounts? And then you can continue trading with them. So a very, very cool opportunity. Again, if you go to Tradefunder's website, the price is about $1,400. With stocks trade using that link, it's all the way down to $800. So you're getting even started at a smaller amount. The reason they do that, plain and simple, is they know stocks trade gives great education. You guys are in the right place. So now let's give you the tools that you need to get started. Damn, Andrew.
Hell yeah. That's sweet. That's
Monster.
sweet.
Andrew, were you trading
Andrew
Octo on that? Because that's huge.
That's huge. Phenomenal trade.
Absolutely. Courtesy Trader says, how long is the deal going? Look, I've had no conversations about it ending. I'm sure it will end eventually. But for now, this week, it's looking like you got available. But I say to traders, don't wait, right? You don't have to trade every day. You can slow walk it. You can trade at your own pace. You don't have to risk $1,000 in every trade. In fact, you shouldn't. You should get started, risk small. I would say, honestly, your first couple trades, $100 is probably a solid risk level. If you're not comfortable with that, trade smaller. It's fine too.
Yep.
Victor says, does Tradefunder offer this a second time? And the answer is yes. You can open more than one account with Tradefunder. It's not unlimited. You can't open like 100. But yeah, you can open multiple accounts with Tradefunder. You can use that link again and still get that discount. Michael says, are all profits from the prop account treated like capital gains? Michael, I am no tax person. I have no idea. But so talk to your tax guy. But the question we get asked all the time too is like, do you get taxed on all the gains? Well, no, you get taxed on your gains. So the 20% that obviously Tradefunder keeps for funding you, that's their profit, not yours, theirs. So they're not going to tax you on everything, if that makes sense.
Yep.
Beautiful. Well, guys, we do have to get going. So your homework here is very simple. Go use that link. Go take a look. See if it's a good fit for you. I think it's a fantastic opportunity. And we'll be back at it again tomorrow.
100%.
Michael, shout out to you again.
Let's
Second
go.
consecutive green day with Tradefunder.
Beautiful. Let's go, Michael. Congratulations.
Tui, anything I missed that you want to add?
Nothing you missed? No. I think we covered everything. You just got, make sure you go click that link, guys. They'll answer all your questions on there.
I'll drop it in the chat one more time. That's your homework, and we'll be back tomorrow.
All right, everybody. See you tomorrow.